I've decided too, although I just did it, that most of the time on the highway, I'm gonna forego using my my turn signals, because more often than not, I forget to turn them off. And to me, if you were gonna compare either having your turn signal left on while driving, you know, just straight or whatever, not turning, as opposed to using your turn signal when you're turning to let other cars know that you're turning, I think it's more dangerous to have your turn signal left on and a car think you're turning somewhere. Like, especially, I guess on the highway maybe, well, like say I'm coming up to an exit on the right, like there's an exit coming up, and I have my turn signal on. So I forgot to turn it off. I turn signal on to go right, and I actually, you know, turn left. The car behind me, or say, you know, this is more, I guess, for the city, that if you're on a city road and you leave your turn signal on to turn right, and you're coming up to an intersection where you have a green light, cars, although you probably, you know, you're not supposed to turn out in front of anyone who's approaching you, but even if you're at a stop sign or you're at a red light and you see a car coming from the left and you're making a right, I mean, a lot of times you just turn, you see a car has a turn signal on, or it looks like they're slowing down the turn, or both. So I wouldn't really fault a car for thinking that I'm turning when I'm not. That's dangerous. I just saw an accident the other day. I was on the Garden State Parkway. Well, I was off an exit of the Garden State Parkway, and I was making a left turn onto a highway, and I looked right, and before it could register, you know, I made a left turn, but I noticed that there was a biker down on an intersection to the right, and it was a Harley. It looked like a Harley. It was like a cruiser type bike that I hope this camera's, the angle's right. It was a cruiser type bike that had been hit by like a Cherokee or something, Jeep Cherokee, and there were two riders, and the passenger, I'm assuming she was the passenger, there was a woman sitting on her butt and had her hands like on the ground, propping herself up, and there was a guy who was laying on his stomach on the road. You know, it wasn't gruesome or anything. Sometimes cops hide right up there. It wasn't gruesome or anything, but like I didn't see blood. I don't know if I wasn't that close that I could see like blood or anything. I mean, they looked like they were at least alive. I mean, I think he was looking up at her, but it looked like it had just happened. Like, it looked like maybe they were both in shock. Like the driver of the car that hit them, or I'm assuming the car hit them and they didn't hit the car. He was just walking over to it, and it was an eerie scene. It was my first witnessed motorcycle accident. I've been witness to a bunch. See, my turn signal was on. I've been witness to a bunch of car accidents, but never a motorcycle accident.